Yoo-hoo! Hey, g'day. Well, the common complaint I always hear about camping is, oh, I'm too tired when I go camping. Last week we went camping. I'm pretty tired. I need a bit of time to relax. So that shouldn't be happening to you. So that's where I'm coming from, and I want to explain a couple of things, and I want to break this video down into 3 sections, and then you won't get tired if you follow these couple of steps. So first is your preparation, the location and how long you're going to drive, all that stuff. It's a campsite, it's powered, not powered, is in the wilderness, stuff like that. And the second is your packing. Packing is very important because you have to unpack everything you packed into your car when you go to the campsite. So that's also key reason for tiredness when you go on camping. And the third is the sleep. The most important thing. If you don't really have a good night's sleep, you're not going to be happy. Alright, in a minute we're going to talk about all those, and yeah, stick around. Woohoo! Hey, g'day everyone, welcome home, and you're watching Camping Mates. Today we're going to talk about why you're tired when you go camping. So I'm going to start with the first reason being preparation. So preparation is a very key thing when you go on camping for the first time, or second time, or just you go on every year, once a year. So in my opinion, you need to go to a campsite where you can be comfortable with. For an example, if you're not really comfortable with cold weather or having things not powered, so you go to a powered campsite. Or if you've never been camping, I would suggest you to go and do a bit of a glamping around it. And then if you go to a glamping site, everything is provided. You've got a warm bed to sleep, and there's a fire cranking, all that stuff. So you get a bit of ideas what you expect. And then from there, you can sort out your camping, because camping is very different to person. My requirements could not be your requirements, if that makes sense. So preparation is the key when it's come to camping, and the distance you drive. It's just one of the other factors, because let's say you're not a big fan of driving, and if 3-hour drive is tiring you, going forward, going to the campsite, it's definitely gonna tire you when you're coming back, because you've been camping, you're working out, you're just putting your things out and packing back together. All that stuff, it will tire you out. So if you're not a comfortable driver to drive long distances, stick to like somewhere local, probably 45 minutes, an hour. Especially in Sydney, you can't really get a proper nice campsite in a radius of two hours. You have to drive more than 2 hours to get a really nice secluded camping spot. But then again, some of them these are not powered, some of them these are powered, and some of them are a bit further out. So you have to be comfortable with your comfort actually. If you're not really comfortable staying without power, yes, find one with power. And if you're not really doing your business in the bush, find a place where there is toilets. And then if there is only, what do you call them, the toilets, a drop toilet, and you're not comfortable with them, you have to find a service toilet campsite where there is service toilets are. And if you need hot shower, you need to find something like that. So preparation is the key. Take your time on preparation and think what are you comfortable with when you start camping, because the last thing I want is you going your first trip and thinking, oh shit, I don't want to do this again. So yeah, just find your comfort zone, and there's plenty of campsites to suit your requirements. So it doesn't have to be on a cliff edge with a beautiful sunrise. Well, it is fantastic, but it doesn't have to be like that to start with. We all start with small steps. Just to take the first step, move forward, do your first camping trip, or the second, or the third. And the key thing is keep doing it. Don't give up. If you really enjoy wilderness, in camping, and the gadgets. That's one of the bonuses of the camping. You can enjoy new gadgets, test them out, be geek about it. It's one of the best things about camping. You just get a new product, stuff like that. Anyways, we sidetracking. Hence the name. All right. So preparation is the key. Do your research. Read reviews. Ask from your mates. Go to a local campsite. Go with a mate or your partner or kids. Have fun and just be comfortable with the location. All right. So number 2, packing. It's very. I reckon it's it's very important when you're going camping. Start your packing with whoever you've gone with. The kids, partner, dog can't really help you out. But yes, so do the packing properly. Just don't put the kettle on this one and the kettle lid on another box. Don't do it. It's just pretty annoying. I don't know about you, that will drive me crazy. Because you work with a very confined space. Your car is not yours. And you're probably carrying a couple of boxes with stuff on it. And if you're looking for kitchen stuff, it has to be labelled kitchen. And you should know what's in there. You don't have to look in another box. These are the little things that tire you out. Think about your pantry. Everything is organised. And condiments, the snacks, everything. Do the same thing to your camping setup. And you don't have to carry 3 pots and 3 pans. You don't need it. Unless you're Harry Fisher. And that's acceptable, but you're not. Only he can carry 7 knives and 7 pans and pots and stuff, camberite, all that stuff. Anyways, so you don't need that. Don't carry a lot of stuff with you. Simplicity is the key. Just make it to a bare minimum. Do less work when you're camping. Set up your tent. Put your air mattress on. Happy days. Don't do a lot of work. If you do a lot of work, if you have to find things and go here and there, put things out of the car, in, back and forth, that will tire you out. That did tire me out when I started camping. I haven't had really good setup. I started my camping with the Ford Falcon off the back of the boot. So I had 2 Bunnings boxes in there and stuff everywhere. Wasn't really organised. And then first trip was a nightmare. It was pretty horrible. I forgot some stuff. Actually forgot my pillows. It's a rookie mistake. So stuff like that. Just don't forget that. And the sleeping, when it comes to sleeping system's a big thing. So I'm going to talk about it in a bit. Because sleeping systems involve a lot of things. So the air mattress, the air pump, the fleeted sheet, flat sheet if you really fancy, and then a quilt, and what do you call it, the blanket. So there is so many different things that you can forget or overpack. And that's where things going to get pretty crazy. Condiments, how many condiments you need? Salt and pepper will do the trick. Here's my opinion for it. If you're planning a meal, if you're cooking something the night or the second night of the breakfast or whatever, just plan it ahead. Don't just wing it. Do not do it. Plan it. If you're cooking something involved condiments, just if you cooking something with meat, just season it. Freeze it, vacuum seal it, freeze it the day before in your fridge, and then put it into the esky and defreeze it over the time and then cook it. You don't have to carry the entire kitchen. Salt and pepper, take it with you, and everything's get it seasoned. Stuff like that. Just be smart about it. Be practical about camping. Camping is all about practicality and simplicity. If you make that mistake, you put everything into the car, and if you mess it up, you're not gonna enjoy camping. That's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, so get your camping right. Get a mate. Get a friend. Get your partner to help you to pack out. Get your kids to help you to pack out. All that stuff, so they can be helpful. in the campsite. Don't carry a lot of things, but I can't really tell you what to carry. You have to do it. You have to find it by doing it. So again, back to the thing that I'm saying. Just go camping. Don't give up. Just go. But here is another thing that you should think. Don't spread out your camping once a year. Don't do it. Just do it four times a year and get mental notes. Oh, where I fucked up. And then get a mental note, take a mental note, and brew it properly next time. So that's how you're moving forward if you want to be a lifestyle camper. If you think, all right, yeah, let's go. And then that's how we, all the pro campers, sort it out. So for myself, I've got 2 boxes with a kitchen, put the swag in the car, 2 chairs in the car, and if I'm carrying my fire pit in, done. Couple of clothes, I'm gone. 10 minutes tops. So yeah, just by doing over time, couple of camping trips, you think, oh, I want a couple of good boxes. I want this, I want that. That's where the pricing kicks in. So again, you think camping is cheaper? Well, probably the campsite is cheaper. If you're going on HipCamp, HipCamp is an app that you can download on your phone and just go to your private properties around your area, and then it's probably going to cost you roughly around $25 a night. Or Nashos, New South Wales Nashos, they usually charge you $6 to book. This is after the COVID. So these are cheap, dirt cheap, but camping is not cheap. Average good sleeping bag is going to be $100. A good set of pots is going to be $200, $300. And some people actually rigging up their 7 Series Land Cruisers to almost close to $200,000. So this is not cheap hobby. Don't get me wrong on that. So yeah, spend your time on planning, spend time on packing, and then concentrating all the ideas into small area, and then just organize everything. That's the main thing. The packing is depending on your organization. Just organize, label everything, and just the things that you always need, just keep it in somewhere easily reachable. So stuff like that. So yeah, think about it, and pack light and pack smart and organize well. Let's move into the final and third one. Right, so number 3, the most important thing of the entire video, sleeping. If you don't really sleep well, you're going to be pretty upset and tired, that's for sure. Just next time, just stay awake until 2 a.m. and then sleep for 3 hours, and then you will know what I'm saying. Because when you're camping, the chances are you can't really sleep until 8-9 o'clock in the morning, because as soon as suns hit your tent, you're up. No matter what, you're up. Unless you using a darkroom tent or 23-0 tent, because they usually have this dark coating inside them, so you can sleep a bit more further in. Yeah, so that's the thing. You can't sleep up until late, because at home you just shut the blinds, happy days, turn up the aircon or whatever, and then, yeah, done. You can't really do that when you're camping, so you have to go to bed a bit early. If you're having drinks and having a party with your mates, it's fine. Do it. It's all good. But if you don't want to be tired, just go to bed early. And then that's not the important thing. This is the most important thing, is the sleeping system. You have to get it down properly, because your home fitted sheets, flat sheets, blankets, and quilts not going to work for the outdoors, because the humidity, condensation, all that stuff. So my theory is just get a sleeping bag. So let's say you got a normal bedding system, which includes a air pump, air mattress, a quilt, blanket, fitted sheets, flat sheets. So those are the things that you have to, and 2 pillows if you're going with a mate or a colleague or your partner or the kid. I'm talking about 2 people. So, how many things? 9 things. 9 things to carry just for bedding. If you change that system to a sleeping bag, you have to carry the mattress, the air pump, and the sleeping bag. Happy days. I have 2 sleeping bags at the moment. Two of them, one of them is the 2301, and it is a big one to go with my partner. And there is another one. It's a Coleman one. It's a small one, and both of them they comes with a pillow. So I don't have to worry about the pillow as well. If I'm really needy, I can grab a pillow, but I'm not. I'm happy with the small, tiny pillow that I get with a sleeping bag. So sleeping bag is one of the key things that you think about when you're going camping. If you want to have a good night's sleep. So be practical. Use common sense to it. So yeah, sleeping is very important. Get it right and you won't regret it. Spend a bit of money, invest on it. Good sleeping bag. Good air mattress if you gone that way, or a good swag, or a good tent, or a rooftop tent. I think rooftop tents are for elite players, like the clamshells, the roof conversion. That just like up there. I'm not there. I've got a Nissan X-Trail, and I'm thinking to buy a rooftop tent, but couldn't do it yet. I'm still swagging out with my trusty 23.0. I think it's a Bandit. Yeah, 23.0 1400 Bandit. Yeah, that's all I got, and I've got another single swag I haven't tested out yet from Aldi. I will do a bit of a review on that as well. So yeah, so that's about it. So the first is your planning, second is packing, and the third is sleeping. Get your sleep right, you won't regret it, and you'll be fresh as anything. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up the this little thing out of here. If you enjoyed, just let me know. Just reach out to me on Instagram. Just ask anything. If I can help you out, I'll do it in a heartbeat. And yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. See you later. Pew.